Hi. I'm back. I want to talk about something else. What I want to talk about in this message is going to parents, parents of parents, and the children of the current parents. So in my case, this message would go to me, my children, and my parents. All right. And this is things I have noticed. I don't know if y'all remember I did a 14-day fast. Now, I thought the 14-day fast was going to be for one thing, and it ended up being for something totally different. And I've learned so much other stuff about myself and what I need to do to help finish this progression and change. Okay? So what I realized and what I noticed is, okay, for the parents that's around, that's in my generation, that's in their 30s, parents that are in your 30s, right? And you got parents that are probably in their 60s and 50s. Okay. So, I'm talking to the parents in their 30s. Okay? So, now, we grew up in a time where they had this thing where children is seen and not heard. You know, what's done in this house stays in this house. All that stuff, right? And that stuff somehow manifested in us to have retarded ass relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because we was seen and not heard in relationships, it causes us not to express how we feel totally. Just erratically and emotionally. But not totally. When they say what's done in this house stays in this house, meaning you don't tell your business. These days, these kids, they don't tell your business, they show your business, meaning they will mimic what they're suppressing in their behavior. Okay? You can raise your children to be the most respectful and all this other stuff, but if they were around you when you were having dysfunctional relationships, all that good raising is only valid in schools and professional settings. But in relationships, you fucked your child until your child is old enough to accept it's wrong and decide to change it. But for the most part, I'm going to start with boys first because I have teenage boys. I have teenage boys and they both 18 and older. Okay? And my boys are good. They are very good in nature. They're good for the most part. They good, and like all humans, we have all our flaws or whatever. So we're not going to talk about that part. I'm going to talk about the goodness of them. They're both good. They're respectful. They're manful, and in relationships, they know how to treat women. However, now, when people meet me, they don't understand how my sons are the way they are in relationships. Well, this is where I explain to some of them. So if they ever, whoever else, if came across my sons' paths, both sons, if you came across their path and they hurt you or whatever, I apologize. From one woman to her team, I apologize. I apologize because my sons did not like the way I was talked to and how I was treated. So when you're in a relationship and you stay in a relationship with a toxic man and he talks to you whatever way and you still stay in that relationship, so what that you don't let him talk to you that way? Yes, the fuck you do, because you stayed. You can talk back, you can defend yourself and all this other stuff. It doesn't mean nothing if you don't leave. Because if a man do not know how to talk to you, you tell him how you want to be talked to. If he chooses still to talk to you anyway, then he's showing you. He's already telling you, you don't matter that much. You matter to an extent. But you don't matter that much where I need to watch what the fuck I say. I say what I want, how I want, when I want, and you just have to accept it. When you come across men like that, they didn't like how their mothers was treated and talked to. So therefore, any girls that came across my sons, I apologize. Okay? It is nothing you did personally. Okay? It's nothing you have done personally. It's just bad behaviors that were learned. You know, due to them watching me in relationships. You know, they seen guys, they know their mama is smart, but then they see guys call me dumb. And they'll see guys call me stupid. But they know their mama is smart. So what they realize is, okay, when I don't like what a girl is saying, I'm going to call them dumb and stupid and make them feel this small. Because that's what guys try to do to me. And that's what they did do to me. Especially husbands. For some reason, the boyfriends don't do that. It's the husbands. They do it. But anyway, my boyfriends didn't. They tried to belittle me, but they couldn't. Because it's like, it wasn't reaching. You know, it's like a hit that won't connect. It wasn't reaching. However, the two husbands I had, they, on the other hand, were verbally abusive. And I stayed with one for 6 years, and I stayed with one for 7 years. Avy? Avy? Oh, okay. So, yeah, I was in one verbally abusive marriage for 6 years. But no, not the whole marriage wasn't like that. Just the last 4 years. The first 2 years was peaches and cream. The last 4 years was Dios mío. So, and then the second marriage, it just started off junk. After 3 months, the verbal abuse started. See, girls don't do this. This is what I did. Okay, with the first marriage, and the first time he was verbally disrespectful, I'm like, okay, he's hurt. He's hurt because he's scared he's gonna lose me, because he don't trust his last wife, because his last wife cheated on him. Mentally, I'm making excuses to accept his behavior. Don't do that. What I was supposed to do was say, I understand you hurt, but you're not gonna talk to me that way. If you cannot talk to me in a way that I don't feel disrespected, then we need to not talk and revisit this conversation later. Now say, I don't want to do that, I want to talk now. I didn't know. Not if you yelling at me. Don't yell at me like I'm your child. I'm not your child. I'm your equal, because I'm an adult just like you. Or I'm a teenager just like you. You know what I'm saying? That's how you correct it. You correct it by saying, hey, wait, whoa, I get it. You're angry. I get it. You're upset. I get it. You're in your feelings. But you're not going to talk to me that way. And if they continue on, you walk away because you no longer matters. A person that don't matter is a nobody. In order to be a nobody, you can't be standing there. So move. Now, you're talking to the air. You are no longer receiving any words that was coming at you and coming toward you. Now you're no longer receiving those words. So ladies, I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I apologize for my sons because they don't realize it yet. That's the reason why they do stuff. Or, like, okay, my oldest son. He's a womanizer. He's a womanizer because he don't like the way his mom was treated. Then you have my other son. He's an aggressive talker. He don't like the way I was talked to. So the things that they didn't like happening to me, they do to other females. I'm sorry. I'm going to work on it. When me and my oldest son, get on a regular talking basis, I can help him heal. And then when my second son is ready to talk, he'll be ready to heal. I don't mind helping them heal, but they got to be ready. You can't force the healing process. That's what I learned. They got to be ready to heal. They got to be ready to learn and be willing to be taught to be the better themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, if you have a boyfriend that talks to you and you feel like you're a kid, that's called belittling. You're not his kid. You're his boo thing, girlfriend,